Welcome back to another episode of the Van and Dad Pod. I'm Van.
And I am Dad, aka Matt. So, we took a week off from
my birthday.
Pardon me. We took a
My
week
birthday.
we took a week off from the podcast because it was this guy's birthday. So you're looking at a new 8-year-old. Is that dance break? Dance break. Dance break. Whoop whoop. Dance break. And being that the star of our show just turned 8 years old, I think that we need to just highlight him today and really let everyone get to know the man, the myth, the legend, Van Hewitt.
Thank you very much, Dad. I
You're
think that's a great idea.
Okay. I knew you would. I knew you would think that was a great idea. So, Van, where do you want to start off talking about yourself? What do you want me to just ask you some questions, or do you want to start off by giving a little introduction about yourself, or how do you want to do this thing?
If I could leave the room right now, if we weren't recording the podcast, I would have gone. So I made a poster for school last week. Well, actually, like a couple weeks before that, because it was my VIP week. So I would have gone and gotten that. But I think we can just start out with asking some questions.
Okay. So, well, we'll get to asking some questions for sure. But tell me about your VIP week, and tell me, I know you can remember, you have a really good memory. That's one of the things that I love about you, is your memory is just sharper than anyone's I've ever met.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the things that you put on your VIP week poster.
So not very long ago, I did a Marvel directed draw, and it was Black Panther, and so I put like a headliner under all of them, under all of the pictures, and so anyway, under the Black Panther, I put I like to draw and I like Marvel.
So you really like to draw.
And I really like Marvel.
And you really like Marvel.
Yeah, I think
you're a pretty creative guy. You do a lot of different creative things, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to some of the different creative things that you do. So you put one of the things was that you really recently discovered directed draws on YouTube that you like.
Yeah.
And now you are getting into doing Marvel characters and some cartoon stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're going to have to make sure you speak up so that everyone can hear you loud and clear. And the microphone's right over there. So I put it close to you because you tend to speak a little bit quieter. So make sure you speak up.
Okay.
So that was the first one, was the Black Panther. What was tell me the next one.
The next one, I believe, was a Thanos.
We're not talking about your next directed draw.
Oh.
The next picture on your VIP poster.
The next picture was actually a picture of me. It was one of my school pictures. So.
Okay, and what did you write underneath your school picture?
This is me.
This is me. You want to give everyone a big smile and maybe a peace sign and say, "Hey, what's up? This is me." Hamming it up. Okay, so you had the picture of that you drew of Black Panther, and then your school picture, and then what's another picture that was on there?
Another picture that was on there was a soccer ball I drew myself, and that what I said under that was I like to play soccer.
You like to play soccer.
In fact, I actually play on a competitive team.
You just started. You just joined the competitive team, right?
Yeah.
You're going to start games up in a few months here, I think in March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And oddly, I think this is really cool and admirable about you, because most kids your age, all they want to do is score goals. But what do you want to do?
Play goalie.
You want to play goalie, so what does that mean for you?
It means I gotta work really hard because it is the most important position, some would say.
Some would say that. Every position on a
Yeah.
soccer team is very important because
Yes.
goals are hard to come by. But if you have someone that works really hard to keep the other team out of the goal,
Yeah.
then it gives you a definite advantage in the game,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I may not be able to score goals. Stopping goals is a lot like scoring them.
Yeah. Well, you definitely give your team. We're going to talk about that philosophy maybe another time because that's a very interesting thought process right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to soccer, you do like other sports too, right?
Yeah.
And other athletic activities. What are some of the things that you enjoy?
Uh, One thing I enjoy is playing basketball. I like to sometimes when I'm at school, I sometimes just like when I'm angry or just for fun, I like to shoot some hoops. Sometimes I play with my friend Marcus, and yeah.
Yeah. So you really enjoyed that. I got to tell you, growing up, basketball was my favorite sport to play. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I was the best at it. I enjoyed playing all sports. I played well. So I played basketball, baseball, and football. I had some good friends of mine that played volleyball, and I could hold my own on the volleyball court, although I never played on one of the teams. And I did do track and field for a little bit, where I did the high jump, and then I was a pretty decent long distance runner when I was in high school, but I never did track. I was on my football team. I was like the second fastest guy in the mile.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but that's a long time ago. But anyway,
Yeah.
back. So, what? So you have those pictures. What are some of the other things that are on your VIP poster?
I had a picture of me and my sister Elliot,
Yep.
who
Who everyone
in,
met before. She
in
was our
one of
first guest on
yeah
the podcast.
in one of our previous episodes.
Yeah. And what do you want to why did you feel it was important to highlight your sister on your VIP?
Um, I just thought like if it's your VIP week, you gotta show like everything about you, but you also gotta show your family too.
Yeah. Well, your family's about they're part of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to say something about your sister?
Um, Elliot is maybe one of the greatest sisters. If you know her and you watch our podcast, you might ever know.
That's awesome, bud. Well, I know that we were down in the basement where we're recording, doing a little cleaning before we started, and you both of you were down here, and you guys both complimented each other really nicely. And she said that you were a great big brother, and then you said that almost the exact same thing, that she's the best sister that you could ask for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I appreciate most about you is your kind heart and your kind soul. You have a really good way of connecting with people and showing love to people, and I really appreciate that.
Thanks.
So let's continue on with your VIP poster.
Yeah, another thing I had on there was a picture of the entire family at Disneyland. We were all taken a picture by Mater.
By Mater. Nice. And what do you want to say about your family?
I want to say, even though I bet a lot of you out there also think your family is awesome, I too think that, and I want to say, for me, my family is the best family I could ever wish for.
Well, I thank you very much for that. We might I wouldn't know if we are the best. I mean, we're the best for each other, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we do the best that we can to support one another and be there for each other. And I know I know your mom and I really. I mean, gosh, you're our first son. You're our firstborn child, and we love you so much. But we try to do the best that we can to teach you and help you grow. And sometimes that means just getting out of the way and letting you figure stuff out on your own, right? Yeah. Yeah. I really have a good time with you almost all of the time.
I have a good time with you too, Dad.
One of the things I think that I appreciate is that you're even like last night, for example, you were up pretty late and we were going to go snowboarding today. And you were still even thinking about being able to get up and do that and be a trooper because I think you were going to sacrifice because you knew it was important to me. But I thought that the fact that you considered that was really awesome. I love that you enjoy doing things with me. That really makes my heart sing.
Thanks, Dad.
And makes my heart fly.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do you want to talk about, bud? You just made the leap from 7 years old to 8 years old. Has there been anything that you've learned?
I've learned that you gotta have a heck of a time having fun in whatever age category you're in, or whatever age you are, because you only get to be that age once.
Right. Well, I mean, almost like on a daily basis, you have to really try to have some fun and squeeze the most out of every day that you can. That we're not always successful at that, are we?
No.
No, but we certainly try. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember on your actual birthday, you had said something to your mom that was really, really wonderful about being 7. Do you remember what that was? It kind of made your mom cry a little bit.
I think it was the exact same thing I just said.
I thought you said to her that being 7, you're going to miss being 7.
Yeah.
What did you say? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, I said, I'm going to miss being 7 because I only get to be 7 once. I only get to be all the ages.
Right.
I'll be once.
Right. And that's a good thing. And you're in 2nd grade?
Yeah.
And we're not going to say the name of the school that you go to. But you're in an accelerated learning program, and are you loving that?
Yes, I am. I really enjoy it.
You really enjoy it? Does it?
Yeah.
What about it do you enjoy so much?
I think the fact that I get to be with more accelerated learners.
What?
The fact that I get to be with more accelerated learners.
People that are
yeah.
trying to achieve and do more just like you are.
Yeah.
But everyone could be doing that.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own way of learning and growing, right?
Yes.
But are there certain things that you've been learning in school that make it more fun, or certain challenges that you've come across that make it more enjoyable to be there?
Yeah, there is a test that it's a math test, which a lot of people don't like.
A lot of people don't like math.
Yeah. So it's actually a test I like because one of my favorite subjects is math, and so anyway, I've been doing it since 1st grade. It's called the 2-minute test. It's a math test, and we have 2 minutes to get as many questions right as we can. One question right that only has 1 digit is 1 point. A question right that has 2 digits is 2 points. And I think just every question that's right, depending on how many digits it has, that will conclude your score. And that just the fun of getting to like try and get as many problems as I can, because it's you're racing yourself.
Sure.
Which is one of the most hard things you can do.
Battling against yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, I enjoy the fact that you like school so much. That's important. I think, we discuss a lot of the time about people learning in different ways, and definitely your mom took a different path than your dad did, right?
Yeah.
Dad learned a craft, and then I told you that I tried college, and we don't know,
Yeah.
you're going to follow your own path. We would encourage you to do certain things, but we just love the fact that you like to learn. That I think that's one of
Yeah.
your greatest qualities, is you enjoy learning a ton. We were just talking with your grandparents this morning, and you were
Yeah.
telling your grandma that you learned a lot from reading the instruction manual.
Yes.
Who reads instruction manuals? Not this guy, and definitely not most 8-year-olds.
I also love to read warning labels.
You also love.
I am a very safe.
You are a
and
very cautious person. Well, what is? Do you want to tell everybody the nickname that we have for you sometimes?
I actually forget it.
Cautious Carl.
That's what I thought it was cautious Carl. I was like, wait, isn't it cautious Carl?
It is cautious Carl. It is cautious Carl. But you've been taking more chances. Like, you have to take some chances when we go snowboarding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to try to, because if you just stay in your comfort zone, are you ever going to learn?
No.
Are you going to continue to grow?
No.
No, you won't. So you have to take some chances every once in a while.
Yeah.
And when you fall, what happens?
You get back up.
You get back up.
And you try even harder.
That's right. That's right. So we'll do a couple of other things. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yes.
If black was a color, it would be black.
Okay.
But black is my favorite shade. My favorite color is red.
Your favorite color is red. It's interesting that he says his favorite color is red, yet he's wearing almost completely an entire outfit comprised of green.
First of all,
We're not judging. We're not judging. I'm just asking.
First of all,
I'm just saying.
The hat is teal. The hat is teal.
Teal. Hey everyone, is teal a shade of green? Or is it a shade of blue? Or is it both?
Who knows?
Not sure. You enjoy music?
Yes, I do.
You do. What do you want to tell everyone what some of your favorite bands or favorite songs are?
I really like rap songs.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh.
I also like pop songs. Some of my favorite pop star. One of my favorite pop star is Usher.
Your favorite pop star is Usher?
Yeah.
He might be more in the R&B. I don't know what category you want to, but your favorite artist is Usher right now?
Yeah, actually, I have a lot of favorite artists.
You have a lot of artists that you like. You don't necessarily need to have a favorite, but you have a lot of artists that you enjoy.
I like Usher. I like Missy Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like Wilco. For those of you who know what Wilco is.
Wilco. Go ahead. Are there more?
I really like. Oh my gosh, I'm blacking out right now.
Well, I think your favorite the most that you want to listen to right now has been My Name is Alexander Hamilton.
Yes, Hamilton soundtrack.
Yeah, you
I
love
like Hamilton.
The Hamilton soundtrack, huh?
Yes.
What's your favorite one on that one?
My Shot.
My Shot. That's a good one.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Yeah.
I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and not throwing away my shot. I'm gonna get a scholarship to King's College. Probably shouldn't brag, but I got a lot of brains but no polish. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal. Trying to reach my goal, power speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. This New York City streets getting colder, a shoulder. Every burden, every vintage, I learn to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished.
Famished. Yep. Famished. Pretty good, though. Yeah. Let's give it up. I'm golf clapping for my son right there. That's pretty good. So that's your favorite music right now.
Yeah.
When we took a road trip a while ago, we were driving, and I had a really proud dad moment because as we were driving down the road from Utah to California, Van said, "Hey, can we listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers?" And I was like, "All right," and I gave myself a little pat on the back. But you do like a lot of different music, and your mom and I tried to introduce you to all different kinds of music too, right? Like this morning we were listening to. Do you remember what we were listening to this morning?
You have a friend in me.
We're James Taylor. You got a friend, right? And then right after that, I switched it up and we put on some Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
Yep, and you enjoy them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Another one of my favorite songs is Intergalactic Planetary by the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, you like that one a lot. You freaking Intergalactic Planetary. You love getting down to that one.
Yeah.
And then
another one of my favorite songs is Insane in the Brain.
Oh, your dad's influences are coming through, that's for sure. Hey, you got to listen to all kinds of music. Yeah. We actually learned a Bob Marley song, and we played. Dad played the ukulele, and you and me and Elliot sang it on Thanksgiving for everybody to spread a little holiday cheer, right? Yeah. You've got a lot of different things. What are some of the other things that you like? I would say you're a Lego maniac.
Yeah, I have built a lot of Lego sets. A lot of Lego sets I have destroyed.
Yeah, you have a ton of Legos.
I have three bins.
Big bins. I mean, they're like bigger than you are, pretty much.
Well, actually, no. They're the one is the width of my body.
Yep.
The other is wider than my body. The one that's the width of my body is like a yellow Lego brick one.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, it's pretty big. I would say it's about the middle of my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, it's like the same height. And then I have one kind of small bin. It would be like the size of my thigh.
Well, that's your shin. Thank you.
I had to say my shin. My shin. It's like the size of my shin and my foot combined.
Okay.
Fair enough. So it's like this tall. So it's not very big.
Yeah, but and then you just got a bunch more Lego sets for your birthday.
Yes.
What's the favorite one that you got this year?
Probably so my friends, they got me some Mandalorian and Baby Yoda brick heads.
Some brick heads. Those are Legos too, right?
Yeah, brick heads are Legos. They're kind of like Lego guys, except they're like giant Lego statues.
Yeah. Well, they're not giant.
Yeah.
Their heads are giant. Their heads are
they're huge.
Disproportionately bigger than.
They're right? Way bigger than their bodies.
Right. So So you love Legos. You love building stuff. Yeah. Would you say you're a tinkerer?
Yeah.
Yeah. You spent all last year, once a month you would get tinker crates, and those are like science-based boxes that are sent to you that have different projects that you can build.
Yeah, usually they involve electricity and a lot of stuff. Most of the time, I would have to say they are wooden.
Wooden?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wood. There's you built a crane, you built a air cannon, you built an automaton.
Yeah, the air cannon was actually the last one I got.
Yeah, those were fun. And then we tried to play tic-tac-toe, but you couldn't quite master the shots on your air cannon. You were knocking all the
I was doing it from really far away.
Yeah.
And then just 3.
Yeah.
The middle one.
He was trying to win in one shot.
I was not.
I had to call him out on his. I had to call him out a couple of times because
I wasn't cheating.
I know. I'm just messing with you. And then, so speaking of Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, what was his name? Grogu?
Yeah,
Grogu.
That's actually one of our both of our both of us. That's like our favorite TV show.
We watch.
For those of you who watch every episode, who have watched.
No spoilers.
Yeah. We saw the last episode. We saw the last episodes today.
Yeah, we watched the last 2 episodes today.
But actually, coming.
Well, don't spoil it for people
December.
that haven't. Don't spoil it for people if they haven't watched. If you enjoy Mandalorian and you haven't seen the last episodes, we're not going to spoil it for you. Go take a look for it yourself. Is there anything else that you want to tell people about yourself? You like to help me. You've been really enjoying helping me cook in the kitchen lately.
I like to help you make salsas.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff.
You're going to probably learn how to skateboard this year? Possibly. He got a skateboard for his birthday, so.
From this guy?
It was from his mom and I. I'm just the one that picked it out. But yeah, skateboarding, it goes right along with snowboarding, I think.
Yeah.
You have a dog that you love?
Yes. If you did not know, right as we were recording this, down here, she is sitting right next to the couch.
Yeah.
Waiting for us to be done.
She likes to be near her boy.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Is there anything else you want to tell people out there about yourself? Because this is really just about you and letting people into your life and what kind of special person you are.
One more thing about me. It's my favorite food. Tacos and turkey gyros. For those of you who know what gyros are, they're just like kind of like they're like you got like something called naan. I believe it's an Indian
naan
style
or pita.
Yeah, naan or pita. Some sort of flatbread.
Yep.
And then you got something called oh my gosh, I'm forgetting it.
Yogurt sauce?
Yogurt sauce, yeah. We kind of modified it.
We make our own.
Yeah, we make our own.
It's a version. So we do a little bit of a twist on a traditional. So we make turkey gyros, and it's a really fun little recipe. And then we make our own kind of Greek yogurt based tzatziki sauce is what the actual sauce is called, and we just kind of adapted it for one of the things you may not know is that I was a chef for a long time. So I look at a recipe and then I think, okay, we can do this or do that.
Yeah, he was a chef for about like 20 years.
10 minutes.
10
minutes. A little over 20 years. I worked in kitchens most of my life. We're still about halfway where I worked probably more than half my life in kitchens. I mean, the more time that I spend out of a kitchen, the ratio becomes less. But getting back to what we were talking about is that we make a yogurt sauce with, usually it's got a little bit of, do you know what's in it? Remember?
Cucumbers, cilantro.
Yep.
Lime juice.
Yep.
Lemon juice.
Either one.
Yeah, either one. We put some sort of spice. It's brown. I forget what to call it.
Cumin or cumin, depending on on how you want to pronounce it. Cumin or cumin.
Yeah, and then we have Greek yogurt.
And a little bit of salt.
Yeah, salt.
And then boom.
Boom. Yeah, just mix it up. It actually takes quite a while to mix, cause Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt
takes him a while because. He'll always remind me that he's not a professional chef, but anyway.
Yeah. So it takes a while to mix up because Greek yogurt, even if you kept it in the fridge for over like a week,
you keep it in the fridge
for like a week, it's still really hard. It's like pretty hard.
Yeah, it's kind of solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
So when you start mixing it up, it loosens up a little bit. And plus when you add a little bit of citrus and the other items that have a little bit of water in them, that will loosen it up a little bit to help make the sauce.
Yeah, so Yeah,
and you like
'cause
to eat that with some couscous. You really love yourself some couscous.
yes, couscous is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. But tacos
yeah.
and turkey
I
gyros
think-
are your favorites.
Yeah, I have to say couscous might be my favorite grain.
Your favorite food?
Yeah, my favorite grain. My favorite.
Oh,
grain.
favorite grain. Excuse me. Pardon me. His favorite grain. Look at this, dropping some knowledge. And I would also say that you really enjoy a Sunday afternoon In-N-Out burger after snowboarding too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is there anything else that you want to tell people?
I want to say.
Smash that like button.
I wanted to say. I wanted to say. Just. It's fun, cause. Although for me it definitely feels like I have to wait almost the entire year from the beginning all the way almost to the end, which is probably how it feels for all people.
It does.
I think
feel that way.
I think it's just pretty fun to have a birthday so close to Christmas.
And your dad would say that I've never really enjoyed the fact that I have my birthday so close to Christmas.
Why?
Because when it's different, I think, for everybody. But
Yeah.
when your birthday is like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah.
And my birthday is a week after Christmas.
Yeah.
So everyone is all like they've gotten all the gifts, they've done all the shopping, they're low on money, they just first of the year, they just partied for New Year's, and then
Yeah, they've. Is that so? You don't like people like wasting their? It's the people wasting their money part?
No, just it's a story for another time.
Yeah.
But I never enjoyed really having my birthday so close to Christmas.
Yeah. It's
But there was a period of when I was in my like 20s where I had a lot of fun with friends that were like me, that worked in the restaurant industry, or friends that I grew up with that liked to have the same kind of fun that Dad did when he was in his 20s, and we had some fun birthdays. But when I was younger, it wasn't like, oh sweet, it's my birth. Like I was stoked that it was my birthday, but I wasn't like stoked because it was right after Christmas.
Yeah.
And usually people aren't buying you a lot of gifts. But
Yeah.
you're a kid. Your mentality as a kid is different than your mentality as an adult.
Yeah, I think it's because kids, they have like birthday parties
Mm-hmm.
because they're still like very young, and so they have like they have more energy and more fun with cause grown-ups, no offense to grown-ups who like their birthday presents
Alert! Something's
Or-
going to be offensive.
or Christmas presents, but grown-up presents seem to tend to be a little bit boring.
Well,
which I think
we shall
is
see.
one of the reasons why you might not like the birthday as much.
Yeah, I don't think you were. I just think you were not listening to me the last 5 minutes. I just said when I was a kid, I said that your perspective changes as you get older,
Yeah.
and it's not so bad. But as a kid, I did not enjoy it. Were you not listening the last 5 minutes?
I was.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Anyway, I've had fun today talking about you and highlighting you. And I just want to tell everyone, I think that you are just completely special. There are so many things about you that I appreciate and love. I think you have a brilliant mind. You have a beautiful, beautiful soul. And a lot of times we talk about the fact that I don't know if we talk about it to you enough, but we feel like Mom and I make jokes sometimes about the fact that you have a 1,000-year-old soul, and you just have a way of brightening people's days just by being who you are. I think you're tremendously smart and creative, and you have a curiosity that I hope you keep with you for the rest of your life.
Thanks.
And,
also,
also, he's got more.
Another thing.
But wait, there's more.
About the poster. Maybe we could take a picture of it and then leave a link in the description to see the poster.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. I don't know if that's necessarily something that we need to do. Maybe we can post it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
But I just want to say that I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
You're fantastic.
Thanks.
Is there anything else that you want to tell our people out there?
Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever day we release this on. And I just hope that your family's doing great, and peace.
All right. He threw up a peace sign. And I would like to say that if you want to find us or follow us, we don't have a YouTube page set up specifically for the Van and Dad podcast. We have my YouTube page, The Matt Hewitt, TheMattHewitt. You can find us on YouTube there. You can also find us on Instagram, and there's always links to each thing that I share. If you go on Matt Hewitt on Facebook, I always am posting there all the links to our YouTube and to our I usually post a Spotify link because I use Spotify a lot, but we are on every major outlet that you can think of for the podcast, and you can also find us on YouTube. So stay tuned for more from us, and then we'll be talking about some other things in the upcoming weeks. We might circle back around to some more feelings and then move on to other topics.
And then, wait, Dad, what day is your birthday again?
My birthday is January 3rd, sir. 2 more Sundays.
Okay. So your birthday is on a Monday.
No, my birthday is on a Sunday.
Oh.
This year.
Well then, we might be able to do an episode all about you.
Maybe, but I'm boring.
You are not boring. That is not true. That is not true.
Everyone, if you like what we're doing, hit us up, give us a like button, share it with your friends. Do all those things. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. We could use more. I could use more followers on the YouTube page, on the Instagram, on the Twitter, and you could see some of the stuff that we've created in the kitchen and some of the stuff that I'm doing in the kitchen when I cook here at home, and share along in the journey of life with us.
Yeah.
Stay well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope it's been well. And I hope that we get to catch up with you right after Christmas.